Well, hello there. Welcome to our Conversations for the Soul with Angie and Yashica B, the Motivator. We are here to have some delicious conversation, tasty conversation, sometimes even savory. We want to just thank you for joining us right now, and we ask that you be active participants. So, Yashica B, you want to holler at everybody?
Hello, everybody. I see we have people coming on and give you a few minutes. I did help us out a little bit by scheduling us. On one of the groups when I shared, I said we're coming live. I kind of gave us like 5 minutes just in case, we would get the extra time today. It is Super Bowl Sunday. And who's playing the Super Bowl? Kansas City and Tampa Bay. Yep. And Angie and I are dressed for the occasion, although neither one of these teams. Let's see who you got on over there, Angie.
I got on the Eagles, girl.
Hooters. Who?
Eagles. No,
Girl,
who?
I heard her say, wait a minute now. Was that a past life? What you doing?
Look at it. It ain't that kind of Super Bowl party.
I was say, you have to let out too many secrets now. Yeah.
That's
the Eagles,
fun.
I have on the Saints. Woo.
Right. I like it.
Listen, I'm going to tell you a story about this one right here, okay? This is my son's jersey. A few years ago, quite a few years ago, quite a few more years ago, because he's 20 now. And he was like 12 years old. So he asked me for a NFL official Saints jersey, right? So back in the day, I was living in Alabama still, and we had Kmart. Do you remember Kmart?
I do remember Kmart. We just lost ours about a year ago.
About a year ago? Okay. So Kmart had, because we're on the Gulf Coast, Alabama, Mississippi Gulf Coast. I'm from Alabama. So the Saints was our closest to us down there, right? Mm-hmm. So he said he wanted a jersey for Christmas. Yeah, I think we already told y'all this story a little bit about his mama not being so inclined to football. So I went to Kmart and I bought this shirt, a T-shirt, thinking it was a jersey, but it had all this stuff on it, the number. But so he told me, "Thank you, Mom, but can I get a real jersey?" I thought he had one.
You are funny. You messing up, girl.
I thought I got one. So now I was like, okay. So he had his stuff in his wall. He's grown now. So I took the jersey down and put it in my closet because now he done left me and moved back to Alabama and left me all up here by myself. And anyway, so now I'm wearing number 43. It's a name on the back of here. I don't know who this player is.
Oh wow. I have a McCoy.
What does it say? What does it say?
It says Sproles.
Yeah.
Sproles.
So I guess that's gonna be my homework. I need to find out. Okay, is he still playing?
That's funny. Well, I have on McCoy, and he is no longer on the Eagles. So,
but did he transfer?
Old school, yeah. I don't even know if he is still playing, but I know he's not with the Eagles. That I do know. Let me see.
Yeah, we got
McCoy.
So y'all, any of our people out there, our audience out there, so let us know before we go to Google, the infamous Google, and let us know, is Sproles still playing anywhere in the NFL? Because this was a long time ago when I bought this jersey for my son. He's 20 now. I think he was 11 or 12 when I bought this jersey for him.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
So that's like what? 8.
So I want anyone who is watching with us now, if you could just drop in the chat box where you are from. We would really love to find out where you are from. So just let us know. Drop it in the chat box. I see we have our sister Pele on here. Hello, my sister.
No, she gonna say you special good. I know it just because you look. She probably rocking some of the Saints because I was over there earlier. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I say she was rocking the Saints?
She said the Steelers.
That's a Steelers fan right there. I saw Neil on that earlier. I don't know if he still is. Victoria, you across the room from me. How you in Mobile? That's that daughter.
Funny. Too funny.
But Palamalu, he was the Samoan. I remember that because my sister, I tell that story too. My sister was a sports person. She followed players and not the team. So she could probably give you the stats on him. Yeah, but I'm saying as long as they at least left the NFL or retired, we're still good. We're still good.
See, I don't know.
They once donned the uniform, so we have on classics then. So I'm a classic girl over here.
I don't have any idea where Mr. LaShawn McCoy is right now. I have no idea. Let me see.
Andy, did he play football?
What happened? What happened? Now you know we live now.
I've been trying to be funny. I've been cracking a joke with you, and the joke was on me, girl. The lightning.
Oh my goodness gracious, girl.
Oh my goodness, it's never a dull moment. I tell you, I'm up here trying to be funny with you, with holding the cup of water one hand, the light with the other hand, not watching what I'm doing and putting. Maybe both of them do the same thing. And anywho, that was an accident. Diane, can you bring me a towel, please? Because I know can you bring me a towel all the way from Mobile, Alabama, please?
Too funny. She said all the way from Alabama.
Can you please bring me something? Your mama done made a mess of me here.
Wow. So anywho, and then we also wanted to touch base with everybody, find out where your team is from. Where's your favorite team? See if anybody wants to drop that in. And look, Pele said, "You are killing me softly, Yashica B."
I know. Yeah, okay, break it up. Look, fumbling the ball. It's a fumble. It's a fumble on the play. Yep, that's right.
That was a fumble. That was a fumble for real. Too funny. So Pele says she is Steelers all day, every day.
Did you see that? What I did? Did you see the light come forward? That was funny. That's my assistant. I'm big time, and now I got an assistant.
I see. That was funny.
Ghost ain't trying to stay in here with me.
All right, so I see we have another person on, and that is Lisa. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
Is it Lisa G?
It is not Lisa G. It is Lisa Reagan.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes.
I'm a little bit behind over here. It's not pulling up as fast. That and 11. Yes, Lisa. Why am I laughing? Because you know what? I thought about it. We was talking about seriousness today. We need to laugh. Our souls need to shake. Our bellies need to move. Maybe I can lose some kind of that laughter, that jiggly.
Wow.
Maybe to tighten up some stuff on the inside with a little shake. Yes, we do need to laugh. We need to laugh more.
Absolutely.
It needs to be contagious. We just need to start a domino effect of laughter. Let it trickle down through all the way. Okay. Now, when I look down, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking at my phone because I have one rolling over here so I can see comments, and have another one rolling over here where people say, "Oh, are you on yet?" This just happened to be family member. You know how that is. So this is my son, all the way in Alabama.
So now I'm wondering if McCoy is actually on the Buccaneers. I'm not sure.
You still Googling him? That was 20 minutes ago. We still talking about McCoy?
I was trying. Look, you asked me that question. I was trying to figure it out. I wanted to
if he was still playing, he could have retired by the time we get the answer.
Well, Lisa says she is totally rooting for Tampa.
Oh, why? Because Brady?
I don't know. I want the Chiefs because of Mahomes and because Andy Reid is my dude. Andy Reid used to coach the Eagles.
Now, see, you know a little bit more about me. I told you I am limited on the football, but I do like a good game.
All right, Miss Hunkin, what do you mean our teams don't matter?
I would say my schedule time. Hold up, it says the live broadcast has expired. Are we still live?
Say that again.
I was on the other phone. I said it's saying that we expired. So I'm asking you, are we still live?
As far as I know, we are. Let me see. I guess I should pull it up and see if we're on it. Says that we are.
Okay, let me go to.
As far as I know, we are. Let me see. I guess. Yeah. Kelly says go Chiefs. Says that we are.
Okay, it's like this is one of these extra phones I have over here. And maybe because I don't pay for service on this one. You think that's why?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
They may be quiet to keep us say, hey, look, you don't been doing this long enough, Dad.
You are funny.
Okay, here I go. I think I'm cooking with gas now.
All righty now.
Yeah, I did just ask if I was live, Kelly Marie, because my phone kicked me off for some reason. So you know what? I know what. Oh goodness. Well, it was good while it lasted.
What's that?
I done had this one a long time, and I just don't want to say goodbye
to your phone.
Yes, this is my old faithful right here. My old faithful. Hey, Mike.
So now let me ask you this. So, okay, so Lisa says, when it comes to preparing and committing to the process, he's a great role model. He loves his craft. So, like Les, days you need to be hungry.
Is she talking about Tom Brady?
I guess so.
I think that because I said a comment. I asked her. She said she was rooting for the Tampa, and I think I said, why is it because of
Tom Brady? Yeah.
That maybe what she then after that, then the phone went haywire. Oh man, I sure don't want to say goodbye to this phone. I'm telling you.
You are funny. Yeah, so
now I have this one over here off subject. The iPhone, and that's my Android. And you know, I was an Android user forever, and so I can do both things because I can see computer, phone, and I can, you know.
Oh my God.
Brady. Wait a minute, the kickoff already started.
Oh, that started at 6:30, girl.
And you got me on this TV. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's what I said. Now we can't be on here all day. We got to go watch the game.
Okay, Demetri, I guess you're going for the Brady too.
No, I don't want no Brady. I just told you I want Mahomes, my baby. That's my son.
That's your son. Okay.
Yeah, Brady too old to be my son. He an old cat.
What? What?
Brady is old. He old enough to start calling it a day.
So is he older than what's the other one that didn't want to leave? Brett Favre?
Oh, maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was just trying to get to a place where I could actually get. I'm just trying to get my other phone up since this one is letting me down, letting me go. It's letting me go over there.
So looking at the preparing for the Super Bowl, and Lisa brought up that whole thing about preparation, which is something that we probably need to talk about because all of us have a Super Bowl of some sort in our life at one time or another. Yeah. So let's take a look at when you are preparing for something big and important in your world. What is it that you do?
Okay, I probably would be one of the, my eclectic mindset. So when I prepare for something big, I do things probably non-traditional and differently. First, I have to think about what is it that I'm actually doing in the first place. It has to sink in. And with me, it takes a little bit longer for the reality of whatever it is to come up. But I just don't let things bother me. I don't let them worry me in a sense. But I can say, and when it comes out, I can say, like putting together an event, I'll use an actual event because I like to do events for my nonprofit. And in the process of getting ready, the hardest part for me, Angie, is delegating and allowing other people to do things. Because remember before I told you, as long as my hand's in it, I know it's right. As long as my hands are touching it, I know it's going to run exactly the way I want it. And then if I have to allow somebody else to take the ball a little bit and trust that they're going to get it in the end zone, I'm kind of like, I don't know about all that.
But doesn't that get exhausting?
Yeah, But you know what? It really does. And so, and then fast forward to now, you really can, although you do want to have your hands on everything, you have to start letting some of it go. Because
Yes.
in that case, you can you can go a lot further. Because you just think about it, the team. If it wasn't for the blockers, right? He can't get to the end zone because they got the block and then help him get. I'm talking about a pass.
Well,
No,
it's a team effort. It's a
yeah,
team effort. They all have to be playing.
right. I was trying to think of think of actually. So if if you pass the ball, you really don't need the blockers. Well, you could, but if you're running the ball, if he passes it off, then you need your blockers, those people in place to help you get on down the field. That's a good analogy. Come on, girl. She did some football.
Chica, you showing your lack of football skills. I want to change the subject. I'm gonna go ahead and change the subject, and I want you to know.
Let's tell you one funny story about the football thing, right? Okay, so yeah, my son was. How did I get into football? My son was playing football for Faith Academy back when we was in Alabama. I didn't know nothing about football, and I told him, I said, one or two things gonna happen because I'm that person that I want to learn it. Right? He's doing it. I need to know something. So one funny thing is, I did not know that when it came down to the quarters, at the end of the quarter, you switch. You go to the other side. I was like, what are they doing? This is what are they doing? That's not fair. Yeah, I was the only one screaming that up there. What do you say? Stay away from football. Leave it alone. So I had to learn. So I told my son, I said, one or two things gonna happen. Come down there on the field with you, or you're gonna have to tell me what to do. And that's when he told me to watch college football. His mom, watch college football. I said, why not NFL? He said, because college football, the guys are hungry. You're seeing the game. And from that point, it was like he was in the 6th, 7th grade. I have been in love with college football ever since. I can literally sit on a Saturday morning from 11 o'clock all the way until the last game is played, whomever's on that particular channel. Now, I don't know exactly all that's going on, but if it's a good game, I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, and that's how
football. That's my favorite. I enjoy the NFL. I don't watch college football as much. I do like the NFL, and more importantly than that, I like the Eagles. That's pretty much the only one that I'm really interested in. So I watch those.
There's more than the Eagles out there, isn't it? Isn't it more than the Eagles?
Of course, there's more than Eagles.
I'm just saying, when you talk about that's all that matters.
We wasn't talking about everybody. We was talking about me. So now listen here. I'm laughing because Lisa said she is trying to bring this into a little serious conversation, and you won't let her because you keep trying to go with the crazy stuff. But anyway, she said,
I'm sorry.
She said, bring out the best in each team member. Know your role and stay in your lane. So she's telling us that this is what she does in order to prepare for the game. So know everybody on your team. Don't try to do it all yourself because it is a team sport. And she laughing at you because she says, sweetheart, Yashica, seriously, football is not your thing. So, yeah.
At least I can do a lot of things. That's what
and Dr. Gray says, back away from football.
Oh,
and look at here. He said you're in trouble because you're messing with the Eagles now. He said, you messing up because you're talking about my Eagles. And, he is an Eagles fan. Now, he wasn't always an Eagles fan. I'll tell you, he was a Chicago Bears fan when I met him.
You converted him?
I converted him. Now.
Here's a question. Wait a minute, let me read that.
There's a backstory behind there, but it's not necessarily G-rated, so I probably should just leave it alone.
Oh, okay. That's one for the club.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But let's just say he is a staunch Eagles fan now. Look, he said, all right, stop it.
Wait a minute, go back to Lisa asked a question about how are you feeling about the current status of the Eagles?
Well, I'm not feeling that great about it because
stop, time out. For somebody like me who don't know, tell me what you're talking about, then answer.
I think she's talking about the fact that they fired our coach. So
okay.
Lisa, what are you talking about? Talk to me, Lisa. Let us know what you're talking about. And Dr. Gray, how about if you jump in and tell us how you're feeling about the current status? Because I'd like to know that myself. Let's see if Lisa's going to tell us what she's asking us here. She's working on it.
Okay. But when I was saying about trying to do everything yourself, those are some growing pains to everybody. Absolutely. When you're getting ready for a big event and you're doing everything yourself, right, you can do it. We've proven that we can do it. But I'm telling you, when you have a good, solid team and you have people who see your vision, know your vision, and can believe in your vision and your mission too, it runs a whole lot better. Trust me, it runs a whole lot better. So preparation on my side of a big event, when I'm including other people, is to allow other people to help me. That's one big, like, what check mark that I can say that I've learned over the years that has helped. Now, if it's a single event, I thought that where it's just me doing something, I guess maybe speaking. Is that like a single event, Dr. Angie?
Say that one more time.
I said when you're asking like maybe a single event of preparation, is that something? Are you asking that like for the
just in general, when you have something, your Super Bowl, your big time thing, what is it that you do to prepare for it? And pretty much what you said is what you normally do. You try to do it all. And what Lisa says, which is what I'm agreeing with, and I have that same issue, Shika. I try to do everything myself. And it gets to the point where you have a wonderful event, but you don't even remember what happened. You don't know because you are just so entrenched in making it happen that you don't get a chance to enjoy it. Everybody else enjoys it, but you don't get a chance to. And as I've gotten older, I have now realized that it's time to start teaching others and allowing others to help. And even if they don't do it the way you want it to be done, you still need to embrace that, because it is about everyone learning. And if you're always doing something for somebody, and the problem is we make things look easy, so people get confused. They think it's easy, and that's not good. We need to let people get involved so that they can be hands-on, they can figure out their part, and you can guide them and direct them and try not to feel some type of way when they don't do things your way. You can now say to them, this is how I would do it, but then give them a little leeway, give them a little room to do that. Right. So
yeah, that's true. Now, even like, because especially if I'm coming, I can say, like, backtrack a little bit, especially if I'm coming on board to somebody else's event. Now, I definitely learned how to take the back seat on that one. Because, and also to look at it from a different way, like something that you may ask me to do that I really necessarily wouldn't do, but I do understand it's your event and I'm a team player. So let me dot that I, cross that T, because you put it there. I probably would have just, and just make it work. So yeah, I do get you there.
And Lisa says, and the reason that she loves football is because it takes the whole team to succeed. So I get that. And it really does take the whole team, because you got to have somebody protecting the quarterback. We give the franchise to the quarterback. We say that the quarterback is the main person, and they are, because they're making the calls, they're calling the shots. But at the same time, the quarterback can't do anything if he's not well protected. He's got to be protected, and he's got to have somebody on the other end that can read the signs that he's putting out there. So it's important that everybody know that we're on the team. We're part of the team, and we can no longer, as we get older and smarter, we can no longer be the team ourselves. We just can't do it. So it's important to know that. And then Lisa also chimed in and she said, when there's chaos internally, it determines the outcome in a less than productive way. So when we have things going on, and that's, I think what she's talking about is the fact that at this point, Carson Wentz is having a hard time. You may not know this, but Carson Wentz was the quarterback of the century, so to speak, at the time that he was doing very well. And then he got hurt and he never really came back the right way again. That's when Nick Foles stepped in and won the Super Bowl. That was Super Bowl 52, I believe, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and he carried them all the way up to the end, and then he got hurt, and then Nick Foles had to step in, and he was able to get them across the finish line, so to speak. So with that being said, it's important to know that right now the Philly country was running with Wentz. They were calling it Wentz country and all this stuff. And then now Wentz is not happy. He had a garbage season. He really didn't do well this season at all. So it's just one of those things that, especially with football, I think people ride with you when you're up, but when you're down, they're not necessarily riding with you. That's something to think about. So then, and then I think it's important for us to note that when we're in that team spirit, we all need to be up together. You know what I mean? Like we can't hold somebody up on a pedestal when they're winning, and then when they're losing, blame it all on them when it's a team sport. We have to remember that it is a team sport and it takes the whole team in order to win. And even the person who is the quarterback, they have to realize that while they have an integral part, they're not everything. And we all have to realize that when we're doing anything, that I feel like we have to do that. So Lisa says that the front lines makes or breaks you, metaphorically speaking. So yes, the front line does. And it's the same in our families. In our families, I'm quite sure you're probably a quarterback in your family, right?
Yes.
you calling the shots, right?
Yes.
But if everybody ain't playing the game right, it's not going to go so well, right? Mm-hmm. So that's something to think about.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely understand that. Yes.
So I'm just checking right now to see if I want to get back to this because I don't want this to get lost. Somebody says something about you eating so good that you messing up right now. I don't know who said that, but I'm just.
It didn't show up on my page.
It didn't show up? Oh my gosh, I'm going to bring it up there for you as soon as I find it. As soon as I find it, I'm going to put it up there for you.
Oh my goodness.
Bam, there you go.
Helen.
She telling your secret.
Yes, I see her, but I have to give a shout out to Pelly Inspired. Pelly Inspired decorated me today with the necklace and the bracelet, so I have to give a shout out to Pelly Inspired.
Put it back up. Let me see.
Wait a minute, is it?
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Yep. Compliments of PellyInspired.com. She said
nice. PellyInspired.com. Drop it in the website. I mean in the chat box, Pelly.
Pelly Inspired.
Yes, drop your website in the chat box. You know we like to promote our brothers and sisters who are doing big things. So make sure you put that in there. And I wanted to just look at another comment she made. She said, I celebrate family time all the time because time is something we can never get back. And boy, Pele, you said a mouthful there. Mm-hmm. And for me, I like to really work on memories. I just see memories as being important moments of celebration and creating those memories. And that's why I really enjoy vacations for that very reason, because you get a chance to make memories. I just absolutely love that. And family is everything to me. Family is very, very important to me. So I love to see us doing things that we can laugh about and have fun. We like to play games, and we don't do it as much as we used to now that the girls have gotten older, but we used to have family game nights and movie nights and things like that. I wish we could actually get back to more of that. We don't do it as much as we should, but we really need to do that because it helps. It helps the bond. Would you agree with that, Sheikah?
I do agree because, like, with my family, we've been on such a move and so many tragedies after another in our family with me and my kids. It's like, okay, at some point we're looking at it now. My daughter, as a matter of fact, she texted that to me yesterday. She took my little one to eat, just the two of them. I said, "Hey, did you get any pictures?" She said, "I didn't even think about that, but I should have because I really just want us to start doing stuff." It's the same thing. She's 25 now because we missed a lot of years, and we talked a little bit about those tragic years and tragic times and so it's time to start getting to the point that we can make memories from where we are. And you can start anywhere, ladies and gentlemen that's watching. Anywhere. This doesn't matter what your past was like. It matters right now where you are in your present. So today you can start these memories, this loving motion, this laughter, and start fresh and then create those memories.
Yes. And I love what Lisa says. She says, time is our currency.
Yeah.
I love that because it is. It truly is the currency that we have right now. We all start out with the same 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The same 24 hours. So, Sheikah, there's a quick little message saying that your audio volume could be a little higher. Can you turn your volume up a little bit?
All righty.
Thank you so much for that, Lisa. We appreciate that. And then, yes, so.
Okay, how was that? She want to hear me talk. Okay.
That's it. She wants to hear your voice. Your voice needs to be heard, girl.
Yeah, I moved it a little closer. Thank you.
There you go. Yes. So, and Pele, I believe she's responding to, she says, I do that on a daily basis with my babies. And I think she's talking about creating those memories, spending time with them and having fun and that whole thing. And that's cool. And I want to go back to the statement here that I made when I was asking you. And look what Dr. Gray had the audacity to put up there. Talking about I'm the quarterback. Oh, my goodness. He's a piece of work. Anyway,
I believe it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to comment. I'm just going to keep it moving. I'm going to grab another comment from Lisa. And she says, and this is going back to when we were talking about the whole team experience and all that. So she said, it's always a learning experience. Find the mistakes and improve on that. And that's so critical.
Yeah.
And that really comes from, I think, is making sure that we are reflecting. And you spend a lot. Talk to us about that, Sheikah, because you do a lot of that.
Yes, because with me, I have so many, as I always say, layers to this onion. So I have to reflect back and then make the corrections and look at where I was at the time, what was going on at the time, how I was feeling, and decide whether or not I want to stay in that place or move from that place. And 99.95555% of the time, I move out of that place. But it's a good thing to just look back because that is really where I've been dealing with now is just looking at those things because even with that reflecting and not going to touch it, things happen in life that we don't even realize what is it happening for. So every now and then we do need to sit down and have a conversation with ourselves, reflect on a moment, and don't be afraid of it because a lot of people are scared to remember. And I know a lot of people say we don't want to be stuck. Going back, reflecting, and thinking about a past event, you don't have to be stuck there. You can always move from it. Don't stay there, but you can learn from it. And if you miss something the last time you looked at it, you may just see something this time that's very important. Like one of the things that I've learned is like the limiting belief, and we talked about that. Oh, and let me address this real quick. Lillian, on Saturday we did a clubhouse. We were in a club, girl. We was in a club. You know the clubhouse that everybody.
To be our age, that's the only clubbing we doing, huh?
Yeah, that's all the club. We be clubbing. So that's what we did. We jumped in the clubhouse last night on Saturday and had a conversation. And on Sundays is our staple time, 7:00 Conversation for the Soul at 7:00 Facebook Live, and we stream live on YouTube. But you would catch us periodically on the clubhouse, on Angie. What do we do? Wednesdays at 11, 12.
Tuesdays at 12:15.
See that? Missing it. Tuesdays at 12:15. And then we jump in Saturday.
Randomly, right?
Yeah,
and then
right.
The one I think we should continue the one we did on Saturday.
Yeah, it was very good. We had a very good conversation in the club last night. Yeah, we were in the club. We didn't have to dress up for that one.
Yeah, I like that. That's important.
Yes. And so last
So we can do that all day long.
yeah.
We don't have to look the part.
So in the club, I did touch on reflecting on something, but it was a growth process for me, and even to acknowledge it, accept it intentionally, and be delivered from it. So yes, we do need to reflect.
And an important thing, I know in my marriage, that's important for us, that I give my husband the space to reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times I am wanting to have a conversation, and I really have to talk to myself about, hey, if he says that he's processing, give him the space to process.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes as women, we like, no, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about this right now. This is going to happen right now. And when you do that, the outcome is usually not going to be a good outcome. So I'm learning that when my husband says that he's reflecting and processing, then I need to pull back and allow him to do that. And he is learning the same thing about me, because sometimes I'll just say, hey, I need a moment. And I think when we are in our various relationships, whether they be with our children, with our friends, with our spouses, with our partners, whatever, I think we need to be at the point where we are able to allow them to reflect and help them to reflect. And the way that we help each other to reflect is to ask questions. We have to ask very good questions, valuable questions, questions that will allow people to extract from those questions. If they really sit down and answer those questions honestly, then they can come up with some things that they can reflect on and make some changes in their behavior, changes in their perspective, because perspective changes when you do reflection. So it's important to do that.
And also, when you're allowing the other person to have that time, it doesn't take away from you or take away from the relationship. A lot of times when you are so connected like that and you don't want to allow them that, you may have to look at yourself and see what insecurity are you holding on to, that you can allow them that opportunity to sit by themselves. And it's not necessarily in a marriage of so many years like Angie and Dr. John, but even if you're in an earlier relationship, just you start your habits early, healthy habits early.
Yes.
So that you understand that you don't have to be up under each other to determine whether or not you love each other. Because what you don't want to do is be a hover and then be dismissed later on.
Because you don't want to suffocate each other.
Right. You don't want to suffocate,
each other. So right. Demetrius Tolbert says that really what we're talking about is self-evaluation. And it's so true. We absolutely are doing that. And
self-evaluate, self-awareness equals self-confidence. That she could be.
Say it again. I like that. Drop that in. Look, drop that in the comment box. I like it.
Self-evaluate, self-awareness equals self-confidence.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yep.
So that's awesome. And then Lisa says, give them space to answer. So I think she's responding at that point to where I was saying I give, my husband the space to, take some time out when we're having those awkward conversations or those difficult conversations. Mm-hmm. And she says, in the quiet, there's room for grace. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that a lot. And Demetrius is saying here, my counselor, and I'm not sure where.
He's talking about me.
So that's what I'm going to say. Maybe you can fill us in on what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about me. I'm going to say this, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this. One thing about our past, and when people make changes, when we ask for help, when we ask for assistance, the worst thing, and I'm saying that we are so critical, is holding people to what they was. But when people have moved from a position, and granted, we all have a past. We all have a past.
Yes.
I mean, look, I be trying to make sure all my doors closed.
and you know what?
I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for them skeletons to start coming out dancing.
I tell you what, that is so cute, so key, because especially when people get saved, they change their lifestyle. They're trying to move into a more spiritual lifestyle. People always want to bring up what yeah, or what they was doing, what they have done in their past. And that's not cool because, but the response to that is, my response is, oh yeah, let me tell you, I am not what I used to be. I forget exactly how I say it, but anyway, long story short, at least I'm not what I used to be.
Yep.
Now, I may be different. I may have grown. I may have used to do that, but I'm not stuck there. I'm willing to reevaluate. I'm willing to reflect and look at what I'm doing and grow from that. So,
and you know what, Angie? And it's all right to leave people there.
yes.
It is all, and that is something else when we're doing self-evaluation, self-awareness, equaling our own self-confidence. When we are in a different headspace and we're in a different place where we've delivered ourselves and we've come to a point, and we're still having those in the back, those naysayers still saying, but remember when, or you ain't nothing but this. You know what? Just do I got you. Move on. Because you can't make people come to where you are. And darn sure, believe me, if you delivered yourself, do not go back down to where they at. Let them stay where they are, and you keep doing you. And then what's that thing that we learned about quality people? Surround yourself with only quality people. We talked about this last night. Connect with people who are like-minded. Let the connections lift you, uplift you. And then sometimes the shackles, we have to let go of those shackles. Recognize them and let go. And I also learned when you're really getting deep into yourself, you also have to change your environment, because the environment in itself can keep you in a depressive downward spiral. And if you can afford to get out of that, praise yourself, thank yourself, believe in yourself, and it's okay to move on. And that's what I was just saying when I was going back to Demetrius when he said, my counselor, because he asked one day to just send something inspirational, and I did. And so that's where it's come from. And we talked a little bit about the past, but again, you're moving on. If they cannot accept you for your move, it's okay. Because as long as you're good by your heart and your mind and you're lined up right and you're not being vindictive and you don't went to repentance, as a lot of spiritual people say, I done repented. But we always want to keep them on the cross. He got off the cross, y'all. He rose. So therefore, you keep on nailing them there. Get him off the cross. And why do we do that? But we do, and that's a work in progress. But we have got to do better. And that goes on both sides of the road: women, men, black, white, Asian, Jew, whatever you want to be. We've got to understand that.
Absolutely. So Lisa made a nice point. She said the past is gone and tomorrow is not here yet. So she's focused on the now. I agree with that. That's awesome, Lisa. And then Dr. Gray says, I may not be what I want to be, but thank God I'm not what I used to be. And he was responding to when I got tripped up on my comment that I usually I say it all the time. So I'm surprised that I got tripped up on. But thank you, Dr. Gray. I appreciate that. And Kelly says, only quality people. So that's awesome sauce. And Demetrius Pele says to you, you are destined for greatness. And he says, I receive that. So yes.
That's somebody right there, Demetrius. I didn't mention this before, but Dr. John, if you would type in your information that you did, you left for the young lady last night to go to your website, would you type that in so he can look that up as well? You remember what I'm talking about, Angie?
Yes, I know. In the clubhouse, Dr. Gray, you had mentioned about your 10 steps to building resiliency. If you could just drop the link into the chat box, that would be great.
And Demetrius, click on that link and get that ebook that he's talking about, that Dr. Gray's talking about. That it's good information. And again, the people you surround yourself with matters. And unfortunately, sometimes we're rising and we're building, but we have to clip them strings. We have to just drop the anchor in a sense.
Yeah.
Or you gonna sink or sail. I want to sail. You sink by yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the things that, I hear a lot of different people use this analogy, but it's so true. We have a great big giant windshield, but we have a little tiny rearview mirror. Mm-hmm. And that's because you got to be looking forward more often than not. we're looking in the rear view mirror just to make sure that we've cleared something before we move forward. So that's really what that's for. So I love that analogy because it's so it's just a good analogy about life. Yeah, you look back there every now and then to make sure that you've cleared it, to make sure that it's all good, to keep it moving. Because sometimes if we have not cleared something, then we're going to have an accident. So we have to make sure that we have taken care of whatever it is in the past and then move forward. And the other piece to that is if you're driving and all you're doing is staring at the past, staring at the rear view mirror, you're going to crash. You're going to run into something. You're going to lose your way. You're going to swerve out of your lane. So we want to make sure that we are focused on moving forward.
Absolutely. And in the process of moving forward, y'all, is one most important step that we a lot of times forget is forgiving yourself.
Yes, that is so important. Absolutely.
Forgive yourself.
We spent quite a bit of time on that last night in the clubhouse, and that is critical. We must forgive ourselves before we can forgive anyone else. And forgiveness is not for the person who did you wrong, the person who hurt you. Forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. It's for your own heart and mind. So it's important that we do that. Lisa said, yes, drop the anchor. Love it. So, yeah, I agree with you. I do too. And then she made another comment. Definitely, we have to stop holding ourselves and others on the cross. Forgiveness is necessary. So, yes, absolutely. We agree. And that it truly is. Pele says forgiveness is a gift. So it's important that we remember that. And it is an awesome gift. It is very freeing. One of the people in the clubhouse last night, young lady, was it Anita? Who said about walking a mile?
Nita,
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I love that. She said that that I suggested that we do an exercise of burning or shredding the negative thoughts that we have and the negative comments and self-talk that we have with ourselves. I suggested that we burn it or shred that or whatever. And she said that she added a new piece to it, and I love it. Says she took those things, wrote down those things, and she walked for a mile with them. There she destroyed it. And then in that mile coming back, she was able to cry about it and able to just really release it. And another thing that she said that was so poignant, she said that when she woke up the next day, when she was on her way to work, she kept feeling like, oh my gosh, I left something behind. Like I forgot something. And it turns out she didn't forget anything, but she stopped carrying all those burdens. We can't carry all those burdens because when we carry all those burdens, we don't have any room to, like Dimitri said, to receive because our hands are full. Our hands, our heads, our hearts are full. With all that pain and all that misery, you can't receive anything else. So it's important that we do forgive. That's a key thing. So thanks for bringing that up, Shika. That's very important.
That's why I'm the motivator. I'm going to motivate you through this process. Motivate you while I'm motivating myself.
Absolutely.
And it's not an easy process. It's not an easy process. It is a work in progress to get to the process and get to your purpose.
Come on. Come on now. Keep that kind of stuff to yourself unless
we was giving him some love. But let me get all that love back. Let me snatch all that back.
Oh my gosh. We trying to build you up and you're trying to tear us down. Come on now. Wait a moment now.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth. He's sitting up here bragging about some braid.
You know what? But this is a bittersweet thing, though. Honestly, you look forward to the Super Bowl coming, and you look forward to the college playoff. But I'm telling you, oh my gosh, the day after, the week after, it's sad because we don't have it. We don't have football. Football is between. I think baseball is the longest season. Not Dr. John. I know that. Baseball is the longest season of sports. I know that. Woo-hoo!
Yes.
Now,
Pele says, I'm praying for Mahomes to win, and let's have a moment because I really want him and the Chiefs to win. I'm with you, Pele. And she says, let's have a moment to pray for the Chiefs. All right, Father God in heaven.
Yes. Hey, what? Give us a score. What's the score? Because we don't have it.
Yeah, give us an update, Demetrius. What's the score? So yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff going on in terms of, getting conversations started. So during the clubhouse and during the lunchtime clubhouse is really good because people maybe, at work or whatever, it's a good time for them to let their hair down a little bit and take off some of the stress while they're there at lunchtime. Of course, that's Eastern Standard Time lunchtime, but is
Lisa still on here? Lisa and because guys, put your information in the chat box, so because our stuff runs all the time. 314 Brady. Okay. Yeah, she was on there. Yeah, because I think Lisa also has a website, and I think Joanne was on here earlier, but it's okay. They didn't leave anything because I always like to shout people out. But
yes, Lisa, if you have a chance to drop before you drop off, can you drop your website in the chat box? Anyone that has something that they would like to really put out there, go ahead and drop it in the chat box. We're more than happy to receive that. So thank you for that. Shika, it's getting to be that narrow time.
Yeah, because we thought we were going to 30 minutes.
I want you to talk about your cups.
Oh, okay. Listen, but we didn't put the S. Oh, did I just give it away? Okay. All right. So we did not. I did not put it on our website. I mean, our Facebook page and the website yet last week. But anyway, there was one word that brought Angie and I together that made us connect. It was something about this word that we had in common. So since we did not put it out this week, I'm going to put it out this week. Anyway, the week coming up. For next Sunday, I will put it on Facebook. I'm only going to put it on there one day, and I'm going to take it down. It's
so
one word.
You must like and share and follow so that you can see what that is, because she's going to put it out one day, she says.
That's
so,
right.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to get you. And look at Dr. Gray. I'm going to get both of y'all.
That's okay. Lillian, you just won the cup. We're going to skip. We're going to we're going to skip all over it. But look, I got to come up with something else now. All right. The deal was we had the one word. If anybody do the one word that brought us together, we were going to.
What is it?
Before you said she knows it, right? Okay. Let's see if she's going to get opportunities to put it in there. She said she knows us too well. I want my cup.
So Doc says, I love y'all. I mean, Pele says, I love y'all and know y'all too well. And she says, I want my cup.
Look at that.
How y'all know? Sophia got it. Look at there. Look at Miss Pele. I'm going to put her out. She ain't going to be allowed to hang out with us anymore because she just always winning. She's always winning. So here we go. We're looking at one good sip at a time, and sip is the word. Yes, indeed. So you guys did a great job. Look, Dr. Gray hollering he won. So this book I want you, look, we're going to skip over Pele. We're not letting her win again, are we? We going to let her win again?
No. The contest is rigged.
This contest is rigged. Oh my gosh. She said, I am blessed and I can't help it. Yes, indeed. So please go to Facebook Messenger, drop us a message, which includes your address so that we can get this book out to you as your prize for knowing the word. So, Yashica B, I want you to tell them how we connected with that word sip. Let them know.
Okay, so Dr. Angie wrote a book, One Good Sip at a Time. A book has been in my head since my husband passed in 2012, Sip Slow. And when I saw her in Atlanta last year, November, that was like something's like, wait a minute. So I didn't say anything to her. And then I saw it again. So I inboxed her on Messenger and said, hey, we have this in common. And we didn't even know it, but we did. And I was like, well, did she get in my head? And from that point on, it's been like words, and items ever since then that we have been connecting to just like that. So we collaborated, one good sip at a time, and then sip slow.
Yes, so I love that. And it just goes to show our mindset. Because our mindset is take a little bit at a time. Don't try to do it all at one time because it's too much. So we just slow sip it. Take a little bit at a time. And
said, I want my win, and I want my cup and my book. And then the courier says, wait, I missed the game. I demand a rematch. Pele always wins.
She said Pele always winning, yes. And then look at her. A win is a win, and I want my cup and my book. Oh my goodness!
Well, you all need to start liking and sharing and getting some more people on here, because we're gonna have the contest every week. Who knows what we might give away? Dr. Don might throw a book in next week. We might have one coming, a collaboration with mothers and daughters with a group of other ladies. I have my own coming that somebody is really pushing me to get out there to get written. It's coming.
And I'm going to continue to do just that. I'm not even going to hide. I'm going to step up and let you know it's me pushing her to make sure that she gets that book out there. As the late great Dr. Miles Monroe said, don't leave your legacy in the cemetery. Don't take your treasure to the cemetery. It's the richest place on earth. And that's because we leave here with books in us. We leave here with projects in us. We leave here with things that we know we are supposed to contribute. And it's important that we don't do that. Share it before you leave here. And you don't know the hour or the moment. So therefore, get busy on it now. Write your book now. Write your story. And we all have a story. We have to be willing to share that story, because you never know when your story is going to be a blessing to someone else. And that's why we have stories. I'm convinced that that's why we are given the story of life, so that we can share it with others.
Absolutely. And I can say that I'm so grateful for this group, because now, yes, Dr. Gray, it's in between these ears, and it's doing no good there, is it? Because as long as it's there, it's trapped, it's held. So it's got to get out here to come out. Also, I'm learning to move myself forward a little bit more, because also many of you know that I do shirts, custom gifts, custom printing, but I hardly ever talk about it, but you just see my work. So I'm also creating a website dedicated to my stuff, and I have a accountability partner that shares the screen with me, who's really lighting fire to me. And I have a couple of accountability partners over in the comments that are lighting fire to my feed, because one of them even sent me, when I was dragging my feet, Angie, on video. Next thing I know, I got a camcorder, a recorder in the mail. Like, you have no excuse.
Wow.
Reminded me, I was telling her about the Clubhouse last night. Did you record yourself? I said, no. You have no excuse for not recording. You have all your tools, is what she told me. You have all your tools right there. You got it. So guess what? We got to put those tools to use. And I'm saying the same thing to you out there. Put your tools to use. Make them work for you. And what I struggle with was asking for help. I have a lot of stuff in here, but I want to do it all. And then I want to learn it until I'm able to do it. But that just wastes too much time. I think it was perfection is Dr. John
say. We want to focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion that really is a distraction. So we want to make sure that we are doing something now, get it out there, and then go back and make it exactly the way that you want it. After you have that reflection period and that reevaluation period, then you can go back and look at it and do it and make it better. Just keep allowing things to grow, allow it to progress. Don't try to do everything all at once. Don't try to hold on to it until it is perfect, because you don't know. You never know.
You know, and I was also another one of those people who always had like credentials. Remember I was telling you that?
Yes.
So I happened to be listening to Tony Robbins, and what he said was so profound. what's the use of all that knowledge, all those degrees, and you apply it to nothing?
Exactly. So Shalanya, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly.
That's right.
Okay.
Shalanya.
And she says, love it. Progress, not perfection. Yes. So that's what we need to work on. And Pele says, absolutely.
In the words of the Tanisha Ramsey, she says that perfection paralyzes progress.
Yes. I love that. Who says that?
Tanisha Ramsey.
Nice.
The author of Dare to Love.
So perfection
paralyzes progress.
I love it.
I love that right there. What Dr. John says, your passion is your permission to pursue your purpose. I love it. He's gonna hear that again. it's gonna be with a higher.
I'm having a hard time with spelling paralyzed. How do you spell paralyzed?
P-A-R-A-L-Y-Z-E. Paralyzed.
There it is. Yeah, I couldn't get it right there. Now I got it. So perfection paralyzes progress. I love it. Dr. Gray says your passion is your permission to pursue your purpose. And he reminds me of that all the time. And everyone that he talks to, he reminds us of that. It's important. Perfection paralyzes progress. I love that. You said Tanisha is the one who gave that to us?
Mm-hmm.
Tanisha Ramsey?
She's the author of Dare to Love.
So I'm just giving her a quick little shout out. She's the author of what?
Daring to Love.
Daring to Love.
She's gonna win that Tony. Remember the Oscar for that movie when they do it.
Yes.
Well,
did anyone ever look up the meaning of perfection? I have, and I know where you're going with that. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you now. Or Chica, you got it? You going to read it to us?
Hold up, because I'm on my Old Faithful here. You know, he's tripping on me.
And you said daring to love?
Yes, daring to love. Okay, perfection. Noun. The noun, the condition, state, or quality of being free or as free as possible from all flaws or defects. A person or thing perceived as the embodiment of perfection. The action or process of improving something until it is faultless or as faultless as possible. So where did you say she was going with that, Dr. Angie?
So where I believe she's going with that is that it is really an illusion. It's something that it's not a real thing. It's something that we allow to paralyze us, but it's really a perspective. It's really just like anything else that we talked about. It's like fear. It's not truly there. It's not a thing. It's something that we create in our heart and mind. It's not something that is actually there. You know, it's just like failure. You don't actually fail either. You know, it's just a perception. And I think that's where she is going with it, but she can let us know for herself. She said spot on. Okay.
Now, who is the judge? Absolutely. We judge ourselves more than anything.
Yes. Come on, talk about that for a second, Yashica B.
Oh my goodness. This is a whole nother show. We're at the hour mark. So, and the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Can we get a score?
Yes, let's
the last person says, don't let perfection be the enemy of good. Perfection is in the eye of the beholder. Yep.
Where's the last part? I don't see her on here. I don't see her message on here.
I have both of them running over here. So I don't know if it's I have it running on the page and then over on Facebook I shared it.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know which screen. 14-6. Okay, thank you.
14-6. All right.
Are we at halftime yet?
You know about halftime, huh? You might not know much else about it, but you know about halftime.
I think my knowledge of football is pretty good.
Okay. All right.
Look, I even know one to play called a flea flicker.
All right, talk about it.
Uh-uh.
All right, he said it's almost halftime.
You do it too much.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and begin to. Pele says the game is still early, so we're getting there. But we're gonna go ahead and begin to close out. I want you to make sure that there's how do people get in touch with you regarding your t-shirts, because that was an important piece that you glossed over, and I want you to stop glossing over that. Yashica does awesome work in terms of these t-shirts, and she can make them personalized. She has one. I wish could you share it on the screen? I don't know if you can or not, but we're gonna drop it into the Facebook group, and then you'll get a chance to see her work. But she has one with the Cicely Tyson quote on there that says, "I did my best," and then at the bottom of that she says, "I'm going to do my best." And then she has her name there. And you can get a t-shirt just like that with your name on there that says, "I'm going to do my best." And then Dr. Grace says, "Yashica, can you make me a shirt from my quote?" So
yes.
she will take care of it.
I'm trying to figure out, I don't even know how to get this. I'm sending it to you to see if you can. I have no idea how to if you can pull it up. I just send it
to my email, and then I'll just drop it here. Let's see if we can do it that way.
Okay.
I'll try to do it that way. I'm not sure if we can do it, but we might be able to. We might be able to just grab it and stick it in here. You sent it to me yet?
It's coming. I was in the wrong email.
Anyway, put so I want to keep something going while we're working on that. I want us to say something about that. Pele, can you talk to us about her t-shirts? Tell us what your experience is. And the last part, I know you got one as well. So how about if you guys share with us some of your experiences that you've had with Chica and her, what do you call it? Your customized, what do you call it?
Design Reflections Custom Prints.
Yes. Say it again.
Design Reflections Custom Print.
Design Reflections Custom.
And I do t-shirts. I do cups like this one. If you have a logo and you can imagine yourself on it, I could basically put anything on it, on a cup. And my cups are different from just normal. My cups are 15 ounce. They're heavy. And if it's a signature cup for me, it's going to have a black handle, black inside. That's my signature cups.
Say it again.
I would say that's my signature. If it's done by Design Reflections, it's going to have a black handle, black inside.
Nice.
It's a 15 ounce cup versus a standard 11 ounce cup. My cups are 15. I like quality, and that and I always like to raise the standard and stuff. I don't like to stick with just basic. The website is coming. So far, people have been reaching out to me on Facebook and just in my texting or whatever, people that know me, because it's pretty much been a word of mouth. However, it's getting a little bit
Messenger, right? Can't they send it to Messenger?
Mm-hmm. Facebook Messenger on the Design, any one of my platforms you can get to me. However, but we will have the website done. I'm going to give myself to Tuesday morning at 10, and I have to give myself a time, because if I don't.
She said Tuesday morning at 10. I'm going to put that in the chat box.
Oh, Lord.
At 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, Lord, she got me.
So she said that is exactly how we met in 2019. It was the amazing birthday shirt she made for me. She also made a shirt with my logo, Pele Inspire. Her work is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, my goodness. It's not about me.
Love it, love it, love it. So we are going to see if I can pull that up real quick, Shika. If I can't get it quickly, then we'll have to bring it up for the next show. But I wanted to just give us a chance to find out about the good work that you're doing, because you're too humble. You're too is humble the word I'm looking for? There's another word when you when you don't
promote yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got to stop that. We have to learn to promote not just ourselves, but also each other. And so often we're not doing that. And that's why you and I have made it our business to say that, when we have people on here and they visit us, we want them to be part of the show and to share what they're doing. So let's do this. Let's really do this. I'm going to try to bring this up for us, and I'm not sure that I can, but I'm going to try.
Modest.
That's it. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You're being too modest and too let's see if we can do this. Now, I want to remove us from here. All right, Yashica B, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, good stuff. So thank you all for being patient with us as we got that up. But I did want you to just see the lovely work that she does. Shika does some awesome work, and she's always being modest, as Dr. Gray pointed out. She's being modest. So let's support one another, guys. Let's really do this and start to promote each other. I mean, that's not just support, but also promote. Dimitri says, nice. Pele says, absolutely. So why don't you soak in that for a moment, Shika? Because you...
oh, you were talking about now? I'm tell. Okay. Why you have me up here by myself? It's like, okay, all right, it's coming in. Got it.
See ya. All right, guys, we have held you up for quite some time now. We want to thank you for spending your Super Bowl Sunday with us. And Pele, before we get off of here, Pele says she tells you that all the time. All the time. You got to start receiving it. God gives you gifts for a reason. And God gives us these gifts for us to not just use them, but to also allow them to make a way for us. And they heal some of the holes that we have in our heart. Absolutely. So receive it. Receive it.
Thank you.
So Dr. Gray says, great jobs, ladies. So we thank you for that, Dr. Gray. Thank everyone. I want to especially thank Lisa. We want to especially thank Lisa Reagan, Kelly Hunkin, Demetrius Tolbert. Am I missing people? Who am I missing?
On there, Shalanya, the Lasper.
Yes, the Lasper.
Lillian's on there too.
Lillian.
Joanna.
Shalanya, please don't forget to drop that information into Facebook Messenger so we can get you out your gifts, and we'll go from there. And Demetrius says he enjoyed you all, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for that. We are.
I put his company in there as well. But I don't see it on our side, but I put it on my side. It's Tolbert Construction LLC.
Tolbert
Construction LLC.
All right. There we go.
Yep, that's it.
So Pele says, thank you always and love you all. So thank you, everyone. We appreciate you. And Pele pointed out that God has blessed us with each other. So yes, that is so true. I don't know if she was talking about you and her, but I'm going to use
it's the whole circle. It's the whole circle.
God has blessed us with each other. So thank you for that. It's been a great time. We have truly enjoyed spending this time with you all. Thank you for making this possible. Without you as our participants, this is not possible. The conversation would just be a phone call without you guys. So we thank you for that. Chica, any closing thoughts that you want to share with the group, with everybody?
I just want to remind everybody that we're building empires, and we don't have to tear down anyone's kingdom while building our empire. Remember to watch us on Tuesday at 12
on Clubhouse.
On Clubhouse, listen to us on Clubhouse. If you don't have an invite or Apple, you have to have an Apple phone. But if you don't have an invite, I have 5, so I can send you that invite. And also, just stay tuned. Pay attention to our page. We're going to make the page start getting a little bit more active and letting you know what's going on our pages. And especially, who knows what contest we're going to run this week. We might put one up Wednesday. Might run one early. Who knows? And other than that, love each other, laugh a lot, forget about the past. Well, yeah, it's easier said than done, I know. But anyway, we're all a work in progress. As long as we know that we're all a work in progress, I think we can get through anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So please make sure you visit our pages, like, share, subscribe, go to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Conversations with the Soul. And we thank you once again for joining us. Conversations for the Soul, one good sip at a time with Dr. Angie and Yashica B, the Motivator. God bless you all. We thank you. And we'll see you
next Monday,
7 p.m.
Oh, and tell somebody that you love them.
Yes. Chica, I love you, my sister.
Love you too. Like I said, and mean it.
Yes. Dr. Gray, love you. Pele, love you. Love all of you.
That's too many.
Yes. I can't call all of you out because we've been on here another 15 minutes, but God bless you and we do love you. All right. Take care. Signing off.
Good night.